Hi from my platform Linda's TV show. If it is your first time, you are welcome. Please, after watching this video, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. It is very, very important because it will enable you to know when I upload a new video. Here we upload videos on daily basis as it is happening. We are bringing it live and direct, undirected to you. After watching, you are free to criticize, you are free to say your opinion, but let us say it constructively. Myself, Linda, will be standing here watching this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section. I appreciate you all, my lovely subscribers, followers, those who comment and share this video as we watch the video right now.
Good morning, everyone. Just a few days ago, there was jubilation in the southeast that the Court of Appeal in Abuja granted the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody was happy. There was jubilation. But yesterday, we heard again that the federal government coerced the justices of the Supreme Court to resign their decision and grant a stay of execution on their own verdict. You begin to ask, what does the government want? A government should want what makes their people happy. They should want the happiness of the people. That window of opportunity to make peace in the southeast. So many people today are kidnapping people in the southeast on grounds of the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was detained or is detained. Killing people, saying that they are doing it for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And the Court of Appeal kept that window of peace. And the federal government is junketing from the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. To do what? To show power and authority. By going to Kenya to bring somebody to Nigeria is enough. It's enough authority, it's enough power. We see, it's enough power for people to believe that you have the capacity. By keeping him for more than 1 year, it's enough to show power. What else do you want? This amounts to killing the ant with a sledgehammer. Look at the alert in Abuja today. Security alert. Is it caused by Nnamdi Kanu? But you know the people. And these people you know are the people you are placating. You are releasing in their hundreds. Enlisting in the army, police, and other security agencies. Then this individual from the southeast, you want to annihilate him. And this tends to justify our clamor for Biafra. Otherwise, why should we be releasing Boko Haram members and detaining an individual, a superior court, like a court of appeal, released? What justification? Because he's an Igbo man. Is it not true? Is there any other thing? Each day I feel so happy that I started this thing in 1999 to educate our people that we are not safe in Nigeria. And you try to justify it. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that Boko Haram people have not done? We are not interested in your kangaroo, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court judgments. You have gone to the Supreme Court. Obviously, we know what you will get, because you have already started coercing the justices by redeploying them, posting them to other stations, insulting them. This conduct of the federal government is very undignifying. Very undignifying. It tries to increase the insecurity in the Southeast. Every Monday now, people stay at home. Even when you ask them to go to their normal businesses, they stay at home for fear. How are you helping matters as a government? You said Nnamdi Kanu did this, did that, did that. Granted, but not conceding. What about members of the Boko Haram you are releasing? Are they innocent? Why are you releasing them if you cannot release this one? I'm tired of all this nonsense because, you see, when the government is safe, it's the cause of insecurity. What else do you get? What do you think? Please, all we want in the Southeast is the release of Nnamdi Kanu for now, for peace to reign. Ohanese officials have gone to Abuja to beg. No answer from federal government, no positive answer. Mbazilika Amaechi, an elder statesman, 90-something years, begged. No positive answer. Many people, many prominent Igbo leaders, you say you want legal solution, no political solution. Then the legal solution came. You don't want to obey it. You don't want to do it. You want to undermine the Igbo man and the Igbo tribe. It will fetch you nothing. It will not frighten anybody. Rather, it is justifying our position that we want to stay on our own because we are not allowed to stay in Nigeria with others. That's how it is. And if you think that your actions can intimidate anybody, nonsense. It cannot. Get 2 million judgments from the Supreme Court. You are only making a caricature of yourself as a government. Nothing better. We are not afraid. Just release Nnamdi Kanu. That's the much I know. And that's what we want in the Southeast. We know what you are doing, the games you are playing. We pretend that if we don't know. We know, but we are watching. Thank you.
Being the Prime Minister of Britain is the apex of all the prophetic utterances that whoever has made, because God brought Nnamdi Kanu at a time such as this to say it. And when he said it is because God had programmed the British dynasty, the empire, to collapse at this time. Therefore, he will raise an adversary. Even in the time of Solomon, when Solomon began to misbehave, God raised an adversary against Solomon, targeting when Solomon dies, his son, Rehoboam, will come into the throne. And then the whole of Israel with Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, will go and approach Solomon's son with the elders, asking him, treat us better than your father did. And he will fail. So that the kingdom was not removed in the hands of Solomon. It was removed in the hands of Rehoboam. But the programming started from God, raising up people ahead of time, maybe 20 years, 10 years, 15, 30 years before that person died. So it's a gradual process. But sometimes, a lot of time people don't understand. Even those on the throne don't understand God's program and plan. But it works, and they think they're enjoying until when that day reaches, they collapse. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up and began to prophesy against Britain because the wickedness of Britain had come to the extent that God has remembered them to remove Britain finally out of the strength and authority she has, that other nations will have a breather, a breathing space. Now, if you look at the captivity of the Jews, it was 70 years in Babylon. And Babylon dealt with them so much. It was a very evil nation. During the 70 years that the late Queen of England reigned, England acquired more resources than they had ever acquired in the reign of their past kings and queens. And the evil that she did went up to the extent that even people who hitherto were supportive of her government began to back out at seeing what was being revealed. How? Because God raised certain people to open their eyes to see what is happening, so as to inform, enlighten, create awareness, educate hearers that these people, they are evil and the time is coming to an end. So as of when Queen Elizabeth died, she had ruled over the colonized nations by exploiting them economically for 70 years. And 7 is a perfect number within the realm of the spirit. So she has perfectly done a job of evil, and God allowed her. Because evil will not continue forever. So there is a time limit that God has placed. Like God placed a time limit of 70 years of Babylonian exploitation of the Jews. After that, it will collapse. Perfect dealing with the Jews expeditiously. That was what happened when the Queen of England exploited the whole world. Now, it is on record that the Queen of England is worth 17 trillion pounds. No other queen or king in the British Empire has acquired so much wealth. And she has reigned for a very long time. But when the time of our evil government was coming to an end, God raised up people like Nnamdi Kanu to start talking, revealing the evil that the British Empire has done to the Biafran people and other nations. This same Britain did it to India. How people in Bengal, 4 million people were killed, starved to death, treated inhumanly by the British. They didn't care. That one was there. God saw it. But there was a time God has kept that they will bring their iniquity to remembrance. Then he will go and raise somebody who from maybe a very little spot, they come up and begin to talk. What they are going to say was to have impact in the whole world. And that's exactly what Nnamdi Kanu said. I told you some time ago that when I went to Britain, see, when God began to raise that thing, he raised Nnamdi Kanu. Like I told you, when Martin Luther King came, there were others that were by the corner that were walking. Martin Luther King.
Thank you so much for sticking to this video to the end. Like I said before, now it's time for us to go to the comment section to air our mind and our opinion. Say what you think about this video and this platform. Do it constructively. Share this video, like, subscribe, and also continue to watch Linda's TV show, because this is the home of news. Until I see you again in my next video, remain blessed. For now, I would say bye-bye.